Hey everybody, we're going to do a little video over the longest run method, how to size gas pipe. If you're taking a test, or if you're sizing gas pipe even, this stuff's not that hard, but you got to pay attention. It's not very hard at all actually, but make sure you're in the right mindset and just hammer these questions out when they pop up. So I'm going to go over these with you. I'm in the International Fuel Gas Code book. I'm actually got my 2015 book out. I know that you guys are going to be in the 18 starting next semester, but the charts are the same. This image that I've got up here is actually out of this book. It's out of the Appendix A in the back of the book. It's on page 150, and I just grabbed that image and shoved it up on the board there. I don't have the screen or anything down. I plan on doing some writing, and so I know there's a glare right here. I apologize, it's not perfect, but I think that we can get through this. So here's what you need to know. Couple things. That's it. Measure the longest run from the point of delivery to the one that's furthest away, and you're gonna have to do the math on these. And if you look, even on the test that you guys are going to take, nothing's drawn proportionally. This is a 15-foot run, and this is a 15-foot run. But if you look at them on this drawing, this one appears to be much shorter. So don't be surprised if this little short run right here says 50 feet or something like that. Don't let the image get you. Actually read the content that's there, I guess is what I'm saying. All right, let's talk about Step 2, use the correct chart. There's 35 charts in this book. They start on page 35 and go to 70 or so. This is the information right here that you got to pay attention to. I'm sorry, right here. There are 35 of these charts. And the only thing that changes is the type of pipe that we're using. So this particular chart is Schedule 40 metallic pipe. So this is just regular old black pipe, gas pipe. The gas type is natural gas. Our inlet pressure is less than 2 psi. Our pressure drop is 0.3 inches of water column, and specific gravity is 0.6. If you flip the page, you will see something has changed. So on this one, the inlet pressure has changed. And so all I'm stressing, make sure you use the correct chart. One other last bit of information you got to know before we get going. If we burn 1 cubic foot of natural gas, we're going to get roughly 1,000 BTUs. So this is important because all of our input ratings of our appliances, 35,000 BTU, 75,000 BTU input rating, we have to take that information and we're going to have to convert and find out how many cubic feet of gas we need to provide that many BTUs. Luckily, it's really easy math because if we burn 1 cubic foot of natural gas, we get 1,000 BTUs. If I need 35,000 BTUs, I'm going to need 35 cubic feet of gas. So mathematically, if I take 35,000 and I divide it by 1,000 BTUs, and I say, how many cubic feet of gas do I need to provide 35,000 BTUs? Simple math, my answer is going to be 35. Another way to do it, you got 3 zeros on our 1,000. So if we're going to do some math, all we got to do is knock the 3 zeros off if we're dividing by 1,000. So this one being 35,000 BTUs, I would need 35 cubic feet of gas feeding down this line right here to feed that appliance. Okay? That's really it. Let's do some of this. Step 1, find the longest run. This is called the longest run method. And again, don't just look at the picture, actually do the math. I've already done the math for you guys on this one for the sake of keeping time short on this video. The longest run comes all the way over here to A, to this clothes dryer. And so find the longest run. So I start adding it up. 10 foot plus 20, that'd be 30, 40, 55, 60. So and I've already checked the others, you guys can check them too if you'd like. My longest run is 60 feet. And now, when you take the test, it may only have you size one section of pipe. Maybe just that section, maybe just that section, maybe just that section, and onward and onward. We can break this down and size every bit of this on here if you guys would like. So that's my plan. And you can start anywhere. So let's just do the whole thing. Let's start with our main line. That main line right there is carrying 1, 2, 3, 4 different appliances, okay? This line right here is providing gas to all 4 branches, okay? This is only a 30-foot run. This is a 20-foot, this is 10-foot. So these two together are only a 30-foot run. But this is called the longest run method. And so once you find the longest run, we're going to stay on the longest run. So let me show you. Step 2 would be to use the correct chart. I can't stress it enough. Read the information and make sure that you're on the correct chart. I didn't provide the information up there. This is just an example. I'm going to use the very first chart. There's 35 charts in here. So make sure you use the correct chart. Once I find my longest run, it's 60 foot. I'm going to find my 60-foot mark on this chart, and I'm staying on that line to size everything. Even if it's a 10-foot long gas line, I'm still on the 60-foot mark because it's the longest run method, and that's what we do. Okay? Stay on the 60-foot mark on the chart. This pipe and this pipe are carrying everything. So we need to know how many BTUs it's carrying so we can figure out how many cubic feet it needs. So add them all up. 100,000 BTUs, 35,000, and so typically if I got a bunch of zeros like that, I'm dividing by 1,000. I'm just going to start knocking 3 zeros off of everything. And then I add up, this is how many cubic feet of gas I need now. 75 cubic feet, plus 35, plus 100, plus 35. So that's 70, 145, 245 total. So that particular line is carrying 245,000 BTUs. It needs to carry 245 cubic feet of gas. So I'm going to go to my chart. Staying on the, let me get a little closer, sorry. Staying on the 60-foot mark. I may have to pause this and focus this. Excuse me, I'm sorry. There we go. Sorry. Staying on the 60-foot mark right here, I would say, hey, I need, what was it, 245,000 BTUs? And so I would come out here, 245 cubic feet. He's going to fall right between these two on the 60-foot mark. It's going to fall right between, what is it, 195 and 400. So basically what this is saying is that at 195, that'd be a 1 inch, and 1.25 inches on that long of a run would carry 400. I need 245, so I can't do it with 195. I got to go up to the next one, and so that main line feeding in is going to be 1.25 inches. If that's all the test is having you do, then you're done. That line is 1.25 inches. if you're going to do a gas piping job, you got to size it all. Let's size it all. Let's size this line next. It's only a 10-foot run, but again, we're using the longest run method. The longest run was 60 foot. We're stay on that 60-foot line, okay? This particular line is carrying 2 appliances. This line does not feed these 2 up here. It's branched out and only hitting these 2 drops. So it is carrying, what, 75 plus 35. So this line right here is carrying 110,000 BTUs, needs 110 cubic feet of gas. Stay on the 60-foot mark. On the chart, let me get up close again. There we go. I need 110. So on that 60-foot mark right there, 110, excuse me, 60-foot mark. $110's right between 104 and 195. I can't use 104. I can't use a 3/4 inch because it'll only do 114. I'm sorry, it'll only do 104. And so I'm going to have to come over here to the next one, 195, which would be a 1 inch. So that line would be a 1 inch line. Kind of goofed that. Let me do another one. 1 inch line. Let's do this line. It is only carrying outlet B. That's at 75,000 BTUs, which is 75 cubic feet. Stay on the 60-foot mark because it's the longest run method. 60-foot mark. Here, I am sizing for 75 cubic feet. So on the 60-foot mark, 75 is right between 50 and 104. Can't use the 50, can't use the 1/2 inch because it only do 50, and I need 75, so I got to go over here and use the 3/4 inch. Okay, so that line feeding right here, this is a 3/4 inch gas line. Let's size this one real quick. It's feeding 2 appliances. 100 plus 35 would be 135. I'm going to go to the book. I'm going to let you guys do it, but I'm going to tell you the answer. That would be a 1 inch gas line. And you can keep going if you'd like. These last 2 right here only carry 35. Stay on the 60-foot mark. I need 35 cubic feet on the 60-foot mark. I could use a 1/2 inch line for that because 1/2 inch will carry up to 50 on 60-foot run. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I'll catch you guys later.